Bro, that's freaking insane. That's got to be like 100 and something people on one, two, three racks. I don't see no mats, no nothing. No way this can be like where they're actually housed at, dog. No way.
Suddenly, you're hit with the intense gaze of dozens locking onto you.
Look at them all mugging, flexing their set. They out there sizing them boys.
All right, good afternoon. This is State of Florida versus Stephen Testa with multiple cases before the court.
Yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast, where I talk about prison, pre, post, and present, how everything that I experienced throughout my incarceration has forever changed my life. This is the Incarceration. The world's toughest prison in El Salvador? Bro, we gotta check this out.
All right, we're gonna go in here.
Even as I'm stepping through these doors,
En la misma celda.
I don't fully grasp what we're about to walk into.
Bro, that's freaking insane. That's gotta be like 100 and something people on one, two, three racks. I don't see no mats, no nothing. No way this can be like where they're actually housed at, dog. No way.
Suddenly, you're hit with the intense gaze of dozens locking onto you.
Look at them all mugging, flexing their set. They out there sizing them boys.
These men described as the worst of the worst, tattooed with reminders of El Salvador's dark past. It's tense and uncomfortable, but here, officials say comfort isn't meant to exist.
There's no mattresses, there's no sheets. You've got a toilet over here for them to go to the bathroom. You've got this basin here that they use to bathe themselves, and then you can...
Dang, all right then. They said no mattress, no sheets, and that this is apparently where they live at then, because they definitely just showed a little bathing area, and there's nothing but a little freaking section of water, a bucket, and I'm assuming the toilet. I wonder if it even has like pipes for it to flush, or if it's just a hole. Man, that sucks. Forever Convict family, listen, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so and share this channel with anybody who enjoys prison content. But also, if you want to see some fire HBO style prison documentaries of my day-to-day experience from my very first day in prison, you have got to become a member to this channel to the all access tier, and you will unlock the most fire videos. I'm telling you to check it out. You will not be disappointed.
You can see there's a barrel of water that they can drink from.
This is a rare look inside.
Dang, that's a compound. Look at that. That's freaking huge, bro. That's a high max security prison for real. But also take note what they said, the little barrel which they can drink water out of. How sanitary is that? Dang.
El Salvador's Terrorism Confinement Center, known as SECOT.
So this is a terrorism confinement center. In other words, for pretty much, I'm sure there's high-ranking gang members or people who've been sentenced to life for sure, and people that are trying to keep out of their country and society.
And he says there's always somebody standing here in front of the cells, and then if you look up,
I always find it funny whenever like CNN or any big like media network does these like prison documentaries. They always send like I'm not trying to like be rude to this guy and say that he's weird, but like kind of like feminine, you know what I mean? Like you'd think they would send like a macho man, but they send like kind of like the feminine guys.
there's another corridor with more security personnel. Luz 24 horas. 24/7 light.
The prisons.
If you notice, some of the officers got masks and some of them don't. I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's for the show, for the documentary, but honestly, bro, because these guys probably still got so much ties and like into society. I'm not sure how though, but because they're so tied in, you know, obviously because they're set, their gangs, whatever. These people, the officers, are definitely in jeopardy of their lives in society. So they're probably trying to hide their identity, not only from the cameras, but probably on a day-to-day in a prison too.
sits like an isolated fortress, nestled in mountainous terrain, about an hour-and-a-half drive from the capital. Even with government officials on board with us, we're stopped a mile out.
Oh, okay. He's gonna inspect bags now too.
So any prison is always way out in the woods, but the fact that they're like, these are military soldiers with like ARs, assault rifles, you know what I mean, bulletproof vests, fully geared out, is pretty crazy.
Okay, we're clear to get back in.
Only to hit another checkpoint. Approaching the main gate, our cell signals vanish.
They want to do a full search on us before we enter.
You heard that? Cell signals vanish. That means they got a scrambler. And in the U.S., they barely got them, but they do got them at some institutions, I hear. And that means that like people can't use, even if they got phones in the prison, they can't use them. But obviously here, because it's a terrorist cell unit, obviously they got it. And even if they were to get a phone, I wonder if, man, I doubt they got phones here, bro. If they got a scrambler, the phones don't work, and how high risk it looks, I doubt they got phones.
Secot's director, Belarmino Garcia, greets us and takes us through a rigorous security check.
Wedding ring. So this is like airport security on stick.
I wonder if they're gonna strip search them. Like, yo, in the U.S., they would never strip search a volunteer. Pat search, X-ray, all that, machines, whatever. But I wonder if they're gonna strip search them.
Steroids. Anything that we're carrying with us. Móvil aquí. Teléfono. Okay. Anything we're carrying with us has to go there. And then there's a body scan that continues on the other side. Okay. Shoes off.
Nah, he's just getting a pat down. But they got the full body scan, so they don't even really need to strip him. The body scan is actually more accurate because they can see if he's got anything up his, you know what.
This one back on. Gracias.
Once cleared, we tour the vast campus, starting with the armory.
He says they have to constantly remind themselves that they're dealing with essentially the worst of the worst. And for
Dang, bro, they got a lot of weaponry, bro. That's crazy for a prison. What if they overtook that, though, and they got all the weapons right there?
that reason, they need to be ready for whatever risks they might face. It's been equated to 7 football stadiums. It's almost multiple prisons.
7 football stadiums. That's a huge prison. They're warehousing these guys. Dang, bro. I wonder how many people are locked up there. 7 football stadiums. That's crazy.
Within the prison, you can see off to the distance, there's 3 different rings as they describe. The far end, you have one that's 9 meters high of concrete, and then above that, 3 meters of electrified fencing.
At 15,000 volts.
15,000 volts.
Electric fence, 15,000 volts. No one's jumping that thing. Forever convict. What does that mean? That means I am not ashamed of the amount of time that I did in prison. Why? Because that's what God used to radically transform my life. So if you're like me and you're unashamed to share your testimony, how God transformed your life in the chain gang, man, go ahead and cop your Forever Convict tee. The link is in the description. Check it out.
More than 1,000.